Hi everybody, this is Tammy, the Fibonacci Princess from the Fibonacci Room here at Simpler Trading, and I wanted to talk to you tonight about SHAK. I found a nice pullback zone today from a client asking in the room as a request, and I like SHAK because it's a royal setup. We're above the 200, we're above the 50, and the 5 and the 13 are on a buy. Okay, so you have all the moving averages on your side. I have two different setup zones for you here that are more recent setup zones, and those are the ones that I'm looking at. 116.31 to 116.73 and 108.68 to 109.13. Now, we didn't have an exact hit of that zone, but your risk is defined by that zone. So if you would like to use that, that is your zone of risk. The target off of that smaller swing inside of the larger swing is going to be 133.37 and 137.66 if the low from yesterday is in place. And if the low from March 5th is in place, your overall target of this larger swing, okay, is going to be 147.88 and 159.97. You can use this smaller swing setup, but use the larger swing target. What's the next question? So we got setup, and then we've got plus trigger equals trade entry. We do have a 15-minute trigger here. The blue has crossed the red. So setup 116.31 to 116.73 plus 15-minute trigger equals trade entry, and then you manage. What do we mean by manage? We want you to trail up your stops when you start getting into some of these targets here. Of course, you can move. You can use this smaller target, but when you do get to it, you probably will have a pullback, but that could be an opportunity for you to add more contracts if the trade is working the way you want it to, and then it may start taking off again. That is what we do in the Fibonacci room, is if we are already too far away from the original setup, we find a closer setup zone either on the daily or on a lower time frame chart. All right, everybody, I hope you have an awesome weekend. We are almost moved into this home here in St. Simons. Still lots of renovations going on, but that is just the way it is. And I will talk to all of you very soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me